Well, folks, the Indy 500 is next weekend, right along with the Coca-Cola 600. Welcome in. Welcome. Please.
It's as good as it gets. And everything that happens leading up to the race, the tradition, the hours before the race, the process of sort of teeing that event up, it's really, really special. You feel it when you're standing there, how special it is. And obviously there's people everywhere. It's a large crowd, a lot of excitement around the race, and you'll recognize that as well. But just the tradition, and if you do go to that race, you do yourself a little bit of a favor and just dig into the history, just a little bit of the racetrack and how long it's been around, and how America's love affair with the automobile is really connected to the track itself, and how tough times were for the facility during World War II and so forth. So there was some. This place has been through a lot. The track itself, and I'm a fan, or have a soft spot for the facilities themselves and their own history. But Indy 500 is a special day.
It'll be the 109th running. We wish you and your entire team the best of luck moving forward, Junior.
Looking forward to it.
Well, thanks a lot, Jamie and Dale Jr. All right, this is how things stand heading into the All-Star race. 7 different winners on the year. Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell back for the most, as you see, with 3. This next set of drivers, they don't have a win yet, but they're the most in points above that.
I just went live ahead of CL.
Was in 14th place, but after the penalty for an equipment violation last week at Kansas, well, he's got his work cut out for him all the way back in 24th. So, gentlemen, Clint, I want to start with you. Are there any surprises in what we see in the point standings at this point?
Well, there certainly has been for me, calling racing, and A.J. Allmendinger. I mean, that being in the playoffs is a fantastic surprise. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Hyatt Motorsports, them in their first year. This is the first outing together as a new team. Them being in the playoffs is fantastic news. But then you got a big name. Kyle Busch flirting right on that bubble. We need him in the playoffs, and I don't know. It's going to come right down to the end for some of those big name drivers, just like Kyle Busch.
Yeah, and I would go to the top of the board and look at the playoff points that Kyle Larson has accumulated. He has 20 playoff points with 8 stage wins. He's building himself a nice cushion as the playoffs start. And the other discussion when you look at points is just the stage points and how valuable those have been for certain drivers. Bubba Wallace has 300 total points. 100 of those have come from stages. So it just shows how well he is running throughout the race. Maybe not getting the results, but the stage points have been huge for him.
Yeah, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And our pole sitter for tonight, Brent Keselowski, this is what we expect out of him from a performance side. I know it's what they expect as well. But as well as the other 2 cars have run, we know that there's a new chief and a new situation on the 6 car. But that is just not what we expect out of the 16, especially when you compare that to how the other 2 cars have run. So can this be the night where they turn it all around and point themselves in the right direction?
Like who? What happened last year?
You look back at last year, and Joey Logano looked very similar to what we have this year with Brad. And they came to this All-Star race and just put a butt whooping on them and were able to take that momentum and turn it into a championship. So I think Brad has that capability. I think he can wrangle that team into a championship team, but it's definitely taken more time, and they've taken a lot of lumps early in the season.
The good news for Brad, though, is that if you go back to last week, a mile and a half, he was extremely fast. We come here to a short track, he's extremely fast. So we know that he has the potential as a driver. They just have to put all the pieces together, but they've done it 2 weeks in a row now. I think it's a good sign for that 16.
Yeah, the momentum is there certainly for the 16. Well, as our 25th year of covering NASCAR draws to a close, we want to continue with the tradition, and for that, let's hand it over to Mike Joy.
Longtime NASCAR fans will remember Steve Burns, an integral part of our Fox crew, who we sadly lost more than a decade ago. But we make sure that Steve Burns is not forgotten every year with a special presentation. Here is Steve's son, Bryson Burns.
For the past 10 years, Fox Sports has presented the Burnsy Award to a person in the NASCAR industry who shares the special qualities and character traits as my dad, Steve Burns. This year's deserving recipient, whose impact was immeasurable to the great sport, is public relations specialist John Edwards. The NASCAR community was shocked and deeply saddened by John's sudden passing in April. John worked closely with Jeff Gordon, standing tall right next to Jeff for every race and every iconic moment. And he was a beloved colleague and friend of ours before, during, and after Jeff worked at Fox Sports. Most recently, John helped guide the crew of Kyle Larson at Hendrick Motorsports. With his knowledge, wisdom, smile, and compassion, he helped NASCAR grow. And my dad liked and respected John very much.
Well said, Bryson, and I agree. I am joined by the Edwards family, Randy and Judy, John's parents. Jay and Roxanne. Jay is John's brother and their son, Jaden. And we're so honored to have you here with us. Steve was such an integral member of the Fox family and our families, and John was too. Thank you for being here and for accepting this award on behalf of our friend, John Edwards.
All right, thank you for that. Coming up, we'll see what happened when last year's All-Star winner Joey Logano took on Regan Smith on a little ride here around North Wilkesboro. Plus, Kyle Larson, the busiest man in racing, been in Indy all week, but he's going to join us as he gets set for the All-Star race. And how about the Watermelon Man? Could it be the night to win $1 million? We'll find out in just a little bit.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Right now with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 models. Hurry in, offer ends June 2nd.
Safe Flight Repair. Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad. Oh.
Safe Flight Replace. But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you. Sick. Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you are, even if that's right in your driveway. Have a good day. I love you. SafeLight makes it easy. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe Flight Repair. Safe Flight Replace. It's Native.
Native is made with 9 clean ingredients and is good for your skin without leaving white marks or residue. 72-hour odor protection that cares for skin isn't a myth.
I got another Papa Pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 orders wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
Call the right place, Chef.
This order is my Everest. Seal of the stomach. We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Who will the farmers choose?
You have everything that I've been looking for. What?
So what?
Farmer Wants a What? 2-hour season finale, Thursday on Fox.
We've been through a lot the last few years, helping us truly appreciate good times with family and friends, and when you're out having fun. The Tavern League of Wisconsin's Safe Ride program is there to get you home safely. Safe Ride has provided over 1 million free rides from Tavern League establishments, helping drop alcohol-related fatalities by 50%. With the Tavern League Safe Ride program, you can go out, have a great time, and know you always have a safe ride home.
Personal injury is important to me because I know what it's like to be injured. I've had family members injured, and I know the obstacles you deal with in an injury. The basic day-to-day stuff is difficult. And when you have a large corporation or insurance company fighting against you, it gets even worse. We know the games they play. They'll blame anything. We know what they do, and we're ready for it. Here at Nicolay Law, we are in your community, and we're here to serve you.
Yeah, well.
Got fun tonight, boys. Try to win $1 million. I want to bring the manager. I know be aggressive. You get $1 million. I know we can do it.
Cowboy up. Time to go. $1 million on the line. The All-Star race is underway.
We got one in the wall right off the bat.
Cowboys will pay you back, and here it comes. Oh, boy.
$1 million on the line. These boys are going for it. Checker flag. Nice.
Didn't like that. Fought back.
Hell yeah, boy.
Welcome back into race day after last year's All-Star race. We had some post-race fireworks, and I'm not just talking about those ones between Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I'm talking about celebrating this guy, Joey Logano, and a dominant performance he and our Regan Smith recently took time to relive Joey's $1 million night.
Well, this guy has dominated all night. He's led all but one lap. He's only got one more he needs to lead.
Hey, Daniel.
Here we go. It's got some good power to it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sounds cool too. This place is so cool, man. Like just how you can run up the bank in. It looks weathered to me. Like it's changed a lot since we were here a year ago.
And you can feel it. Like there's a pretty good sized banking change as you come across the track.
You know how to get around this place pretty well based on last year, right? I mean, it worked out well.
It worked out okay.
It is a wild track. There's not a lot of places we go anymore that I get jealous of you guys, and I'm jealous of this one. This one I'll be jealous about.
Hell of a ride.
Well, we had air conditioner on, and you got me sweating anyway. There was walls and stuff. They were a little closer than I wanted to be to them.
Right side of the car, yeah.
Joey Logano and his team have put it in the victory lane, and they are back.
What was it like last year, just getting to burn it down here?
Yeah, the memories as we walked up to sit down, we kind of come rushing back. My dad and my oldest son, Hudson, was with me. We celebrated on the start finish line, and then he just hung out with me the rest of the night.
Million bucks, brother!
So it was a lot of really fun memories together. Just really 3 generations worth for this fun.
How about that, WILKESBORO? That was awesome.
This is your second All-Star win here last year. Compare that to the first one.
Yeah, there's nothing like the first one, that's for sure. And being able to do it at different tracks is kind of a neat, special thing to do. But I'm going to be honest with you, the check's the best part.
Get a lot of money.
I'm going to take that pretty serious.
Buckle up, Buttercup. This could get big.
We saw some guys running low and high and making contact. A couple fisticuffs that we saw take place.
Fisticuffs? What the heck is that, Skinner?
What do you want to do for $1 million?
What do you want to do for $1 million? Fight or race? You can't have both.
100% tuned in. It's more of an all or nothing feeling on the racetrack.
Seemed like that helped to really get you guys in terms of the season on track last year and kind of propelled you to the championship. Was this win a big part of kind of getting that momentum to go all the way the rest of the year?
As much as the race win helped the momentum, the test here, the tire test that we did really was, I think, the difference maker for us to find short track speed. We were able to take some things and move forward with that.
Everybody watching that number 22. Anybody challenge Joey Logano? Joey Logano hangs on.
It helped us win this race, yes, but I think it helped us in Phoenix.
Joey Logano takes the championship for the 3rd time.
You got me pumped up. Yeah, screw it. Let's line them up. Let's line them up right now. Let's go. I'm ready for it.
All right, so we heard Joey Logano reliving that big night for him here at North Wilkesboro last year. Jamie, what was your big takeaway from last year's race?
Well, we talked about strategy and how important that's going to be tonight. And last year, Paul Wolf just had the perfect strategy. We had option tires and prime tires. Everyone thought you had to get the soft tires off immediately. The caution came out early. The 22 car didn't. They left them on, and they proved everyone wrong. We're able to obviously lead all but one lap. And when I think about people that are willing to take a chance, Paul Wolf is the top of my list. When I think about a driver that I want to put out on old tires in the front, that guy right there, Joey Logano, is the top of the list.
Yeah, and I look back at last year's race, and I just look at how it changed Joey's season. It changed the path, and you look at this year, and there's a lot of guys you could probably put on that list. But look back several years. When you go to this All-Star race, it gives you a chance to open that setup book up and say, okay, we're not running very good. There's nothing on the line this week. Let's try something different. And momentum is real. In this sport, it is no different than any other sport. And when you get that momentum, it can propel you into doing great things. So this isn't an off weekend, but it gives you a break to move forward.
Well, let's talk about that. Who's looking for that momentum shift, right? And what comes with momentum is confidence. You need confidence. You look at Chase Briscoe, new opportunity with him. You punch his ticket, put him in victory lane. That car, that team, that organization is plenty capable of winning races. Who else you guys like?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ross Chastain, you have to put on a list. He looked really good in the heat races the other night. Kyle Busch, like he's running well, but he's got to finish well. So, to you guys there.
All right, well, it's time for us to take another quick pit stop. But after the break, Kyle Larson is going to join us to describe his tale of 2 cities as he gears up for the double next week in the Indianapolis 500 and Coca-Cola 600. And driver introductions are going to take center stage as well. And how about Denny Hamlin tonight? We got an update from Regan Smith on Denny. He's feeling good. We'll see if he can get it done. Stay with us.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on Nascar to give me the thing before he shows my screen.
My psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is
is a once-daily pill from the makers of Humira that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
And take back what's yours.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California,
Brake pads.
to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional
Yeah, well,
service,
that
all
too.
driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Know how.
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack.
Napa,
It's
no.
mobile, powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network for just $25 a month. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage, plus unlimited hotspot included. That's a top-tier network
Yeah.
at a budget-friendly cost.
Yeah, I was calling the boys game on.
Didn't you? Visible, live in the know.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie pack with a junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
I wonder if this golf cart has hands-free driving. It didn't, but my Skechers slip-ins are completely hands-free. I just step in and they're on.
Still dreaming of Japan? My budget's more instant ramen than sashimi. Try Priceline. They've got millions of hotel deals on the menu.
Just waiting on Nascar. 8 o'clock out there, folks. 7 o'clock my
Extra
time.
soft smooth tear has wavy edges. It's no ordinary square. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much
I hit the button for the remote.
softness. Enjoy
I hit the wrong damn button.
We're a week away from the greatest spectacle in racing. And it's a star-studded event you don't want to miss.
No, it's the big relay race for one driver. Kyle Lawson.
Kyle Larson goes for the double. That's 1,100 miles of pure adrenaline pumping, heart-pounding racing.
If it does work out, I think we have a good shot to do something hopefully that nobody has done.
And it's the Drive for 5. Elio Castroneves looks to become the most decorated Indy 500 winner ever. Plus, back-to-back Indy 500 champion Joseph Newgarden has his sights on making history.
To have Tom Brady be a little annoyed that maybe your jawline is better than his.
He gears up for the race with the three-peat in his crosshairs. It's a day of history, tradition, and lots of milk. Mark your calendars. It's the Indianapolis 500 next Sunday on Fox.
Well, Kyle Larson spent the week in Indianapolis as he gets ready to attempt the double next week. Had a little incident on the track on Friday. Kyle, no worse for the wear. Got out of the car, got ready, qualified this weekend. He qualified 21st for the Indianapolis 500. So he's at the show. That's the most important thing. What also is important is he's joining us right now. 3-time winner of the All-Star race. Kyle, it's been a busy week, but how was Indy? What's your big takeaways?
Yeah, it's been a bit more dramatic, I would say, than last year for me. Just with a couple crashes throughout the month of May, and just having to work hard to kind of get to qualify 21st yesterday. So last year just seemed like everything went easy, So been a little bit tougher this go around, but I feel like we've gotten our race balance better over the test days that we've had. So excited to get back on track tomorrow and get more focused on the race.
So I'm curious. I don't ever want to do it, and why I never got in one. What's it like to crash that car? Did it feel different?
It felt like, so the first time I crashed earlier this month, when I hit with the right side, it felt pretty similar to like pancaking a stock car.
And then I think I got pretty, lucky with this one. That one wasn't too bad. Actually, just backing into the wall was solid. It was like a next-gen car backing into the wall, but worse. So that was weird. But the feel like before I spun was, I would say, similar to like Indy. When you go into turn 3 and you get like a bunch of front grip and it just wants to like steer you around. It was like that. So I kind of felt it coming just before, but you're so committed. Like, I don't think I could have saved it even before I, initially felt it coming, but
happens quick.
It does, yeah. And same with these section cars. These, like when you get stepped out, it's going quick. So it's similar.
Well, buddy, the place has been hard on you over there. We need a reset. Are you looking forward to just getting in your cup car? I mean, the last time you was in it, you was in victory lane. So just getting back, reset, busy weekend, going back to the old ways.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I'm in a car all the time anyway, so it doesn't feel too different. Like, it doesn't feel like I needed to come here to reset. I'm just happy to be here with my 5 team. Thanks to Justin Allgaier for hopping in it for practice. Cliff seems really confident about it, too. So we watched some S&T, and, I look forward to trying to figure some things out here quickly and learning the balance. Watch the heat races during qualifying yesterday, and then obviously got to watch the Open there. So learn some things by watching racecraft stuff. So hopefully we can move forward and just kind of chip away at it and be up there at the end.
So this week's been all about IndyCar. When's the focus turn to this? Like, when do you start trying to get the mindset of well, I haven't been here in a year and how today's going to go?
Yeah, I honestly hadn't thought about North Wilkesboro really at all this week, just because
sounds good. Try it today.
Well, I was gonna say last year, like everything was going smooth at Indy, so it was like I was in and I was pumped that you were in the car, so I was like really in tune with that, and I paid attention to practice with Justin, but still like I was not super confident with what I was feeling in the Indy car and all that, so like I was really trying to focus on that, and then once we got that second run in yesterday, and I was like, okay, we're gonna make the race, like. And then I kind of relaxed and had some fun watching the heat races, and then got texting with Cliff later on, and things started getting focused on this. So, but yeah, up until yesterday at 4:00, it was all Indy.
Well, hey, Kyle, we appreciate your time. Good luck out there tonight. We know you're going to try and put on a show. All right, it's time for us to step aside once again, but we're drawing ever closer to racing, and this guy raced his way in. Carson Hosebar got the Indiana Beaver jersey on. They won yesterday. We'll see if Carson can get it done.
Indiana Beaver?
This is a story about the one who keeps it all moving. He is measured, precise. He thinks ahead, stocks the right parts, and knows just where to find them. Because for the one, this facility is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need delivered fast. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
On Medicare, living with diabetes, progress is having your coffee like you like it, without an audience. The Freestyle Weekly sensor can help lower your A1C over time. Covered by Medicare for more people managing diabetes with insulin. This is progress. Ask your doctor about the Freestyle Libre 3+ sensor.
This summer, Major League Baseball races into Bristol Motor Speedway for a high-octane showdown between the Braves and Reds at the MLB Speedway Classic at Bristol. The party starts early with a special pregame concert featuring music superstar Tim McGraw. This isn't just another baseball game. It's a Major League Baseball game at Bristol, baby. Lock in your tickets now and gear up for this historic MLB event. Visit MLB.com/Speedway Classic for details.
Don't know about you, this time was kind of better.
I will be reducing the scholarship program to 3.
Oh, like a legend. It's a party.
Yes.
Protecting your swing is hard.
Nice.
shot that.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options. Only at SafeLight.com.
USDA Choice Ribeye. Woo! That must have cost an arm and a leg. How can you afford to barbecue these days, am I right? cost that much at all. I can see that now.
Kids, no jumping off the low price sign.
The lowest prices of any national grocery store.
Listen to your mom.
It's an Aldi thing.
When I started molding Goggins goggle glasses, I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy looking logo. But GoDaddy Arrow does with its magical layout powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
Holy cow. What a finish. Races his way in. Each have a win in their pocket already this season.
He's a winner. He's been to victory lane. He's fast right now.
Your NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Series champion.
Now we went back, everybody. But I'm going to show this over. Okay. Get that down.
All right, well, you saw how the drivers put their way into the All-Star race, and we can't start this race without driver intros, which are always taken up a notch when it comes to All-Star Weekend. And for that, we have our Jamie Little and Michael Waldrop. They're going to take it away with the honor of introducing the drivers. Jamie, take it away.
From NASCAR Unboxed, Jamie Little.
Hey, WILKESBORO! Are you guys ready to meet your All-Stars?
I am so thankful for each and every one of you. What a great crowd. What a beautiful night. Let's go racing, boys. Coming to you tonight because of you, the fans, starting in the 26th, third starting spot in the number 4 Ford. Welcome, Noah Braxton. You voted for it. Give it up.
I'll read you off the pit crew. Number 4, crew chief, Drew, Butcher, car chief, Joey Fortress, fuel, Ray Henders, Jackman, Nate McBurr, Nate M, front tire changer, Thomas Hatcher, rear tire, Adam Riley, tire carrier, Will Cooper.
Go get him, Noah.
Ha! Go get him, Noah. Oh. Don't count it.
NASCAR All-Star Open in the number 42 Family Dollar Toyota, John Hunter Nemechek.
J18 in the house, starting 21st. And your NASCAR All-Star Open winner in the number 77 Greenbridge WNBA All-Star 25 Chevrolet, Carson Oskavar.
Carson Oskavar. Oh, that means hang on.
Rolling off 20th, the 2015 All-Star Race winner in the number 11 Progressive Toyota. It's Danny Hamlin.
Figured.
Starting in the 19th position, winning your NASCAR All-Star Race 3 of the last 6 years in the number 5 Chevrolet, Kyle Larson. Welcome to WILKESBORO, Kyle. Good to have you back.
Hang on. Okay, Kyle Lawson, pick who? Cliff Daniel, Jesse Sanders, Fuel, Brandon Harder, Eric Miles, Jackman, Jeffro Hall is front tire. Rear tire is Michael Moss. Tire carrier is David Stalling. $51. Oh, good.
Making his first ever start in the Nascar All-Star race, starting 18th in the number 51 Morton Building Ford. It's Harrison Burton.
And the number 47, Sunny D. Chevrolet. From Olive Branch, Mississippi, welcome, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jr.
Rolling up in the 16th spot, driving number 2, Frank Ford. He's winning Talladega, walking into tonight's race, Austin Cindric.
Starting in the number 15 position in the iconic number 3 Chevrolet from Wilson, North Carolina, Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon. Who Chief is? Butcher Boss. Ryan Cushion. Fuel. Tyler Later. Nick Cole. Josh Thompson. Ethan Kimball, Will, and Paul Swan is tire changer. That's it. Can I get her? Can I get her?
In the 13th position, driving the number 45 Sirius XM Toyota for 2311 Racing. Welcome, Tommy Reddick.
Billy Scott's the crew chief. Mike Robbins, the call chief. Brian Daniel Fuel. Brandon Banks, Jackman. Devin Meister's front tire. Rear tire is Dakota All.
Chevrolet from Monterrey, Mexico. Say hello to Daniel Suarez.
Here's your lineup. Chris Buescher is the last out of the top 10.
Starting 11, the All-Star race, which is win in Las Vegas in the iconic number 21 Wood Brothers Racing Ford. Welcome, Josh Berry.
Starting in the 10th spot, in the number 17, Kroger took Tylenol Ford. That's a tongue twister from Prosper, Texas. Say hello to Chris Busher.
Huh. Yeah. Chris Busher.
Starting in the 9th spot, in the number 48, Ally Chevrolet from Tucson, Arizona. Welcome, Alex Spaulding.
Blake Harris is the crew chief. Thomas is the car chief. Jacob Collins, fuel. Jackman, Helen Holman, Daniel Taser is front. Kyle Rowdy Bush.
Rolling off in position second, and the number 12, Menard Wrangler Ford, the 2022 NASCAR All-Star Race winner in Texas, Ryan Blaney.
How about that John Menard and Ryan Blaney car? YRB. Ha! YRB. Roll. Yeehaw!
He just shotgunned the coke and scratched it on his head, Michael.
Getting with it. Current back-to-back Daytona 500 champion. Welcome, William Byron.
Let's go, William Byron. But I want the 41, but he ain't in it right now. I don't think.
Rolling off in the 4th spot, the reigning Cup Series.
Christopher Bell. Brad Keselowski. He's on the pole.
Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, William Byron, the top four favorites. No surprise there that those are the guys we'll be looking at tonight. And let's take a look at the long shots now. Some people you can win a little money on. How about Josh Berry? He was a fan favorite. Or Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric. There's some good names on that list as well that can win a little bit of money. But those are what Vegas thinks. How about you guys? Let's get these driver picks. Kevin?
You guys know where I'm going. I'm going right to the top of the board with Christopher Bell. So it's the All-Star race. If you're going to be the winner, you might as well pick the best car.
Well, guys, I've been standing next to him all weekend long, Friday night, Saturday night. All he's been telling me is you got to be aggressive on this racetrack. Who's aggressive? The number one car, Ross Chastain's my pick.
Well, we talked this whole show about people being able to turn their season around. I'm going to go with the pole setter, Brad Keselowski. He's really good last week in Kansas. I thought he had the best car, obviously, in the heat races. If they can put together the whole race, have the right strategy, have the pit road that they need, I think Brad gets it done tonight.
Well, I know you two have to head up to the booth. You're on the call for the race. But before you leave us, let's get some final thoughts, Kevin. What's on top of mind for you?
Yeah, I just think about the restarts. I the aggression that it's going to take to win this race. You have to make something happen. You can't be conservative and make a pass. So that is...
That's almost like saying your own death wish there.
And there's no time. You have to do it.
Of
We've covered that all weekend long. These tires do not like that. Move them out of the way and go on. But do not beat yourself. Heartbreaker watching SVG dominate that open race early. Caution came out, put four tires on, lost that track position, never got it back. If they want to beat you, let them come get you. Don't beat yourself.
All right, well, we appreciate you two gentlemen. Go up there, get on the call for this one, and
race you.
Yeah, I know who my money's on. I'm going. Well, Jamie and myself are going to hang down here for all the action. And by the way, you have another shot to win free money playing Fox Super 6, sponsored by DraftKings. Just open up the Fox Sports app and enter your picks to play along. One of today's questions is, out of these four drivers, who will lead the most laps? Is it William Byron, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, or Ross Chastain? Folks, make sure you get in on the action. All right, time for us to step aside one more time. But when we get back, Michael Waltrip's got his green walk. We'll see who he's going to check in with before the All-Star race. Stay tuned.
Hey, racing fans, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered on all your NASCAR betting action this season. From race winner to matchups and everything in between. This week, DraftKings has an exclusive offer for racing fans. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code TRACK when you sign up. And you can download Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour podcast on your favorite platform to stay up to date on all the storylines on and off the NASCAR track. The crown is yours.
Arby's do Hickory Smoke Barbecue and our sweet and spicy Hazy barbecue sauces go together like that.
No,
That's like how Anthony's best friend. Arby's, we have the meat.
Oh, I didn't share it over here.
If I can turn a dirt patch into a lush lawn.
No wonder why you guys can't see the damn screen.
Yeah, it's lawn fixing time. Scott's Turf Builder Grass Seed.
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza.
You guys just been staring at me.
In K-Cup pods.
Watch your back. See?
Do it all with Steel Battery. Don't miss Steel Deals. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking steel tools. Hurry into your local steel dealer or shop online.
It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And one sheet holds up better while ordinary breads fall apart.
Get more done with one. Bounce. The quicker picker up.
This is Arby's 10 to 13-hour smoked brisket in a smoker. This is Arby's 10 to 13-hour smoked brisket in a sandwich. This is Arby's 10 to 13-hour smoked brisket in a sandwich.
Arby's, we have the meat.
5 minutes.
We are green.
33 divers are going to swim into the eye of a tornado.
Let's go.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear since 1925. The Goodyear blimp has been inspiring fans to keep looking up and keep driving forward.
It all started in places like this, on a patch of land. Where racing stock cars and running moonshine were one and the same. These rolling green hills, the junior
4 minutes.
years alike. History etched into the grooves that they rode on. This track was born out of love and revived by the same emotion. It's a tie to a time when all there was to do was race. It keeps these folks coming back. Where others saw decay, they saw tradition. The tradition of running free. Nothing is more NASCAR than right here. This is North Wilkesboro.
It certainly is. Well, Michael Waltrip is an all-star race winner. And Michael, congratulations on being the Grand Marshal for today as well. But now it is time for the Grand Marshal. Take it away, buddy.
Thanks, Josh. I caught up with Lucha Libre, amigo. Yeah, you know, that's the free fight. You know, that's exactly what we're going to have to see here in NASCAR. Is that right, Joe? Has he got that translated properly?
He does. Free fight. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah, actually, a good fan from the West Coast made that actually not for me as a gift. And it's been a hit since then. This idea was from my pit crew, so I don't want to take credit on that. I hope fans enjoy it. Look at this crowd. Whoa, this crowd is amazing. We're looking forward to have some fun with them. They want some Lucha Libre. They want you to go.
Oh boy. Lucha Libre. Lucha Libre. Free fighting. The heck is he talking about?
We had a special night here 29 years ago today. We won the All-Star race in Charlotte, just up the road, and driving a car that looks just like this ride. So I wanted to say thank you for the team having this car on the track, and it's a great vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, man, the car looks great. We can't thank Jack Simmons enough for letting us do it. And how about we just have the same ending?
I love that. I started further back than you did, so heck, I'm sure you can get there.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
All right, have fun.
Big shout out to if you're watching On the Go with Chino, go check them out.
How you doing?
Hey, Alex is up here somewhere. Oh, good. No. Yeah. Good walk. Let me grab his link for you. Dun. 1 minute till race day.
Really bad. And the second part, we've got much better. So if we can make that bigger improvement on a pit stop, hopefully we can make it overnight. But yeah, our hands are a little bit
tied. Let's go racing. Boom. Let's get ready to race. Shy.
Happy birthday, love. Wow, happy birthday, buddy. How old are you? Yeah, cool. How you doing, Dad? I'm ready to go. What a beautiful picture. Absolutely. Great time to be in Carolina. Good year. Ready to go out there with him? This crowd. I mean,
Time to go.
now you guys just got to go run over each other, I guess. I tell you what, the revival that came about from Dale Jr. years ago and bringing this place back to life, I never imagined we'd see it this way, and we saw it last year, and it's been amazing. So great job to everyone involved, and we're looking forward to blowing away the competition today with our Scenic Chevrolet. I got you there. That was nice. Here's see what Blaney's doing. Usually I walk off and he runs. How you doing? Well, he's the one you want to interview. Oh yeah, how you been, Ray? Buddy, how do you? Ray Bach Jr. Hey, fun doing TV with you. Yeah, thanks. I had a lot of fun with you and Jamie last night, yesterday, and should be even better night tonight. Should be well fun. What kind of strategy can we look for you guys tonight? Go to the front and win. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott's doing. Hey, bud, how you doing? My pants are kind of loose. I'll leave you with that one.
I'll leave you with that one. My pants are loose.
Next week, May 25th, first race on Prime. So we're excited. I hope you have a good day. Me too. Appreciate it. Josh, that's it for me down here on Pit Road. Maybe forever.
Always appreciate you, Michael Waltrip. Well, hey, Jamie, you won this thing before. You experienced that $1 million. You didn't give any to me. That's cool. But what could
I pray your safety over the all-star race and all. Big Jesus over families, Jesus over marriages, Jesus over addiction, Jesus over the lost, the broken, and the hurting. Lord, have mercy on us, I pray. Have your way in each and every life. I love you, Jesus, and I pray this prayer in the most precious and powerful name.
I'm just listening to something so I can kind of cue myself. So,
Country music singer
yeah.
and songwriter for Wilkes County, Presley Barker. Oh, when you see by the dawn's light,
What's so holy we hail
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's Native. Native is made with 9 clean ingredients and is good for your skin without leaving white marks or residue. Heavenly. 72-hour odor protection that cares for skin isn't a myth. It's Native.
Welcome back to Papa John's. That's why I have things in line. If ordering more, save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99.
What are you doing?
Bugging.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
With low prices store-wide, eat well at Whole Foods Market.
AI is old news, but departmental intelligence, that's the future. Picture your perfect apartment once it's in my head, and now it's up there. Oh, apartments.com, the place to find a place. Oh,
Out here, the difference between myths and legends is who leads with the cash. The best in the sport with $1 million on the line. There's no friends.
We got a fight going on.
Just competition to leave in the dust. It's the all-star race of North Wilkesboro.
They're going 250 miles.
$50 laps and a new wrinkle. The optional at 220 and receives 1 million. Second place pays about 10% of that. This place is packed. North Wilkesboro Speedway right alongside the two-time All-Star winner Kevin Hart and races, but none like this. Absolutely.
Promoters caution before lap 200. No stage breaks. T-minus 1 minute. Thank you guys for hanging up. 30 seconds until.
Put himself in the middle of the pack and couldn't make anything of it anymore. So tires were better at the end of the race when the left side tires had more laps on them, but didn't seem like anybody could make up there and they got themselves hung up in the middle of the pack.
All right, Clint, Brad Keselowski, he has had a horrible season so far, but he's had a great weekend so far. Winning the pole, winning his heat race. Does it continue?
Well, right here, he's been all over it. It started with Logano last year. He used this all-star win to compel him right into championship form in Phoenix. That can happen to Brad. Momentum started to shift last weekend in Kansas, and now we're here. Fast race car again, starting up front. Let's keep it up.
Inside pole, got a great starting spot, or maybe inside after the choose. We'll see if he leads the early laps. But right now, let's go trackside in North Wilkesboro.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, celebrating 75 years of Wood Brothers Racing, please welcome John Wood and Fox's Own. Drivers, start your engines.
John Wood with the command, Len Wood on the flag stand.
John Wood with the command.
Ready to go.
When it comes to your wireless plan, with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. I love you. More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us. On America's most reliable 5G. At straighttalk.com.
Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams. 2311 owned by these two, but this guy actually races for his team. And they both share the track with the team owned by this guy. 3 teams, 4 legends, all going after one cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
The new McCrispy strip here.
Let's go.
Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. Now at McDonald's.
Now at McDonald's.
Bush guy.
No.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon.
Let's go. Hit that like button, everybody. If you're new here, just coming in the show of racing. The channel's name is Friends of the Green Bay Packers. My name is Patrick, and I'm a fan of the Green Bay Packers. That's how this channel got started. I do basically the Green Bay Packers all NFL season, and I'm a big NASCAR fan, so that's why I do a lot of NFL games. I do like 30 more NFL games. Once in a while, I'll do baseball on this channel. Yeah.
My dishes. Don't worry, they've got new Dawn power sets.
Yeah, so that's basically what this channel is about.
It's the dish soap with
2 major sports, well, and baseball.
Dawn's first sets that trap, lock, and remove 99% of grease.
Other than the Milwaukee Brewers.
New Dawn power sets, the better grease getter.
Welcome back to the NASCAR All-Star Race.
Welcome back to the NASCAR All-Star Race. Hi, I'm Fox.
Hey, Brad. Kevin up in the booth with the Fox guys. You got your car up front tonight. What's it going to take to keep it up there and win $1 million?
You're going to set sail here with the up and clean air, make it count, and get these pit stops, timing and all that just right. And we've got a good enough car to go in.
All right, man. Good luck.
Keselowski from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Got it. Row 3.
Pit road speed is 30 miles an hour.
Texas on his outside. Chris Buescher. Row 11. Hendersonville, Tennessee, that be. Suarez from Monterrey, Mexico.
Going to California's Tyler Reddick and Mitchell, Indiana's Chase Briscoe in the 7th row. Row 8 from Welcome, Austin Dillon. And from Mooresville, Austin Cindric.
Row 9, Olive Branch, Mississippi's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And Huntersville, North Carolina, Harrison Burton. Next row from Elk Grove, California, Kyle Larson. And Chesterfield, Virginia's Denny Hamlin.
Next row, Carson Hocevar and John Hunter Nemechek. Rounding up to the last row, he is
race number 2. So much so that it led him to that second place starting position by winning that heat race. Crew Chief Adam Stevenson is not taking any of that for granted easily tonight. It's a completely different getting very plenty for them to think about, but if they can do that, they expect that they will find their way back to the front later on tonight. Jamie?
Regan, it has been a dramatic week for Kyle Larson, and as he spent all of his time up in Indianapolis qualifying for the Indianapolis 500, and he admitted just now when he got on the ground, he said, I haven't had a chance to his crew chief, Cliff Daniels. Cliff said, we're confident in what we have. As you see a practice crash on Friday by Kyle Larson, obviously he's okay. He was able to get back out and qualify 21st. Justin Allgaier, that was in the Cup car on Friday and practiced it. Cliff Daniels told me they're confident in the adjustments they made. Kyle's starting back in 19th, guys. Watch for him to make a move. He wants to win his 4th All-Star race here, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. $1,000 tonight. Follow at Bush Beer on X and enter using hashtag BushAllForOne, Bush, and hashtag sweepstakes during every lap that ends in a 1 to enter. Now let's check with Larry McReynolds with our Toyota Tech Car.
Tracks we've raced at the last month or so are intermediate tracks with a couple of back-to-back mile-and-a-half tracks. Let's show you aero differences in the rear of the car from intermediate to short track. Intermediate, 1,600 pounds of rear downforce with that 4-inch tall rear spoiler. Here at a short track, the spoiler is only 3 inches tall. The other difference is the rear diffuser. This is an intermediate full rear diffuser. Look at all the strakes and the fins. At a short track, a simple rear diffuser, only 2 strakes or fins. That takes that 1,600 pounds of rear downforce, reduces it by 35% to 1,050 pounds in the rear. Makes the car looser, handling's more of a challenge, a lot less grip in the rear tires.
Underneath Jake's Toyota Camry, and one other difference between the two aero packages, with the full rear diffuser at the intermediates, they lower the car as low to the racetrack as possible. Seal that rear diffuser up. That makes full rear downforce. But with a simple rear diffuser, like here at North Wilkesboro, and only a 3-inch tall rear spoiler, that creates the downforce back in it. Now, one other difference is the weight of the car here at a short track. I'm not going to say it's better or worse, but I do know clean air will be key.
Thanks, Larry. Now tonight, Chevrolet, Ford, and Toyota are battling head-to-head in the manufacturer's showdown. For this race within a race, manufacturer teams of the 5 highest qualified cars are scored against just each other, not the entire field. The lowest total finishing positions for one make will determine the winner of the NASCAR manufacturer showdown. We'll keep up with that during the night. Well, for the Open, 84 degrees ambient, 120 degree track temp now at 78 degrees, and the track has cooled quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's going to make a huge difference. That track temperature right there going down 30 degrees, that's going to change the way these tires heat up, and that seems to be the biggest, I guess, culprit of what the car does and how it slows down. So that track temp down, but definitely makes these last longer.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's just going to give them grip on it, which makes them more That's why I think, in my mind, aggression is going to be the name of the game. You look over there riding along with Christopher Bell, this Toyota car. You see that number 6. He is hungry. We just talked to him, Kevin. You talked to him, but if he's going to win this race, he's going to have to go through.
All 250 laps will count tonight. Overtime rules are in effect. There will be a competition around lap 100, and there's the optional promoters caution we mentioned earlier. One added wrinkle: the winner must take the checkered flag under the green flag. Here's some radio from William Martin. $1 million on the line. And rest themselves.
Buddy. Let's go racing at Watkins Glen, everybody.
Second right there. They'll do a good job starting on this.
Here we go.
You want it now.
See that impression level right off the bat.
Chase Elliott to the outside. And here he comes. Race right now, the All-Star race versus anything we've seen. Probably over here. You can see these cars.
Yeah, when you see those cars forgot like that off the turn 4, that's just the low air pressure and everything that they have going on right now, but they're 3 wide. They don't really care about this exit. They know that they're going to take some chances tonight to win this money.
Logano pops out at second, and here comes Elliott from his outside.
Here comes Elliott on the outside, number 9. He's in the preferred line right now.
Takes fourth from Christopher Bell. Bell's car did not take.
Bell's car did not launch as fast as he wanted to.
That's exactly what your leader, Keselowski, wants to see. These cars racing side by side. Go ahead, he's in.
As well as that 22 car is taking off. He's going to get himself clear right here, I believe, Clint.
Chase started 6th and has made a lot of ground on the outside. Chevy teammate Byron to the inside for 3rd.
Do not let him get.
And here comes Logano for the lead.
Here comes the defending champ, Logano.
Really drive on. You're going to have to do. Let him wear it stuff.
No bones about it. On the racetrack, I'm selfish, he says.
It's a matter of time. I cannot ride down here very long. These tires get hot. We watched it in the heat races, the open. You got to go now. Make it quick.
Byron secures 3rd from Elliott with Bell 5th and Chastain, Bush, and Busher.
That's what you can't afford. Byron, get to your outside.
Well, he's there.
But Keselowski doing a great job of holding on to the lead.
And we saw him do this the other night in the heat races as well. And
Even on tires.
Yeah, every lap that goes by for Joey Logano, it's going to become harder and harder. So at some point, he's going to have to decide if he wants to keep on the bottom.
William Byron doesn't want to wait to see what Logano does. He wants to move forward on the outside.
See that Logano's jump right there.
Yeah, it's a big bump on the exit of 4. And when you're down there on the bottom, you get that thing. Fantastic racing so far.
Yeah, fantastic race.
Last year, Logano led 199 of 200 laps. Brad Keselowski led the other one, 250 laps this year. And it's still undecided for the lead. And they trade a little paint, or ramp, if you will.
You got to use every square inch of the space available with that car beside you, and sometimes a little bit more. It is so hard to finish that pass off of turn 2.
Ross Chastain moves up to 5th over Bell and Bush.
Here's Brad Keselowski.
They're in turns 1 and 2 and able to get that drive off the corner.
Biggest mover is Kyle Larson. He's gained 4 spots from the back.
Kyle Lawson's the biggest mover.
It's under a blanket, just like a short track.
Yeah. Ross Chastain is the top 5.
Yeah, the progressive banking of this racetrack is what provides this. You know, Brad in that bank.
Yeah.
Come back down and take that exit away from Logano. That's what makes it so challenging to make it complete.
Yeah, can just get a half a car length at some point. That's when you start to see him slide up the racetrack and try to take that lane.
This place tonight for this 250 lapper winner take almost all. $1 million for the winner. No one will remember who finished with.
Last year, it's aged a bunch this year. We've seen the group really widen out. Goodyear's done a great job bringing us off tires. You see Logano dive back up and down underneath that 6 car.
He's certainly faster than him, but he can't get in that preferred line. And you can see on the exit of turn 2 how it's challenging to get your car rotated. It also is hard on those tires.
16 green flag laps complete. 17 this time. As we go Fox side by side.
I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to take a quick shower. Hang on. Let me switch it back to. Let's listening to Joey Logano.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention. The bragging rights. The bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
As long as probably forever, there's only been one Frosty. Actually, for a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
Heck of a way to kick off NASCAR on Prime. The Coke 600 is going to be a good Memorial Day weekend. It's red, it's white, and blue. Everyone by you. Crew chief's got to keep gas in the tank, Steve.
Green flag flying here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Get all the veterans, those that are serving today. Now, because while we're here, now's the time to do it.
Stream the Coca-Cola 600 Memorial Day weekend. It's on Prime.
This could be something spectacular. When you accept change. Oh boy. Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service premieres Wednesday on Fox.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. Get your ticket.
Great short track racing in the All-Star event. Keselowski leading Logano. Cindric and Suarez side. Right now, from the front to the back of the field. You can play the Fox Sports Challenge by downloading the Fox Sports app and then 26 laps complete. First and second, nose to tail. Byron in the rocking chair. Elliott.
Where you saw, and we've been talking about Joey Logano's car. It has really good drive and turn in the middle of the corner, but it has really good drive up off.
But Brad still has that banking on the outside. If this 22 ever gets by him, that's where he's headed.
Two veterans, two champions, one of whom, Logano, has won the All-Star race.
It looked like Logano going to tie right there in the middle of 3 and 4. I had to get out of the throttle.
And Byron's coming. From 5, a pulled away from Ross Chastain. Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney side by side. That's for 7th place. And Blaney, a little loose there. Had a chance.
Yeah, this is usually the time that 12 car starts to roll. Crazy. A lot of times they'll split those brake pads in these pads themselves, so that when you hit the brakes, it ends up being a little bit loose in the corner. So when you see that right front door like that, we've seen these Penske cars before be really aggressive on that brake pad.
turns 1 and 2 as Blaney sends it into turn 3. Here's some radio from Kyle Busch.
3 or 4 with the run the bottom, they hit it right from.
You see Ryan Blaney make that move. That patch that they're talking about down in 3 and 4, that rubber's actually, I mean, it started the weekend there, caked on to that patch. They never cleaned that off.
So Blaney up to 7th. He's worked his way up.
In Larson's wheelhouse. I know he hasn't made a ton of ground, but as these cars start to slow down a little bit, they haven't slowed down as much as we would hope that they would have, but as this groove moves around, that's really when Larson will start to shine. I'm sure it's taking him some time, just in how he sits in the car and all the differences from the IndyCar. No, I can't.
I mean, let alone you haven't made a lap on this racetrack, but you got out of a space shuttle in one of these things.
Yeah, and with all the speed that SVG had and the way that Ross looked in that race yesterday, I thought he would fire off, pretty good right here. But now we're seeing that 12 car start to make a little bit of ground as all these guys get tight, move up the racetrack. He's still able to run lower on the track than most everybody.
Brad Keselowski, he continues to lead here. What a season it has been for him, and not in a good way. They don't even have the top 10. Yesterday they came out there with the fastest car, won the heat race. I talked to Jeremy Bullins and Brad. They both said this is a shot in the arm. Yes, it's just a heat race, but we will take it. And this is the second week they feel like they have the best car. They said if we can turn our momentum around and win this All-Star race, what a win it'll be for our season so far. And guys, 17th time, he's never won it before. Can you imagine?
Well, he's a 3-time runner-up and leads all winless drivers in laps led at the All-Star race.
Well, the only thing he's done all weekend long is lead, and that's where I want to keep that car. Do not give up the track position. I don't know how you do that, Larry Mack, but don't.
Well, he's done a good job so far of keeping that car up in that high line and keeping the momentum. That's been his best defense.
Joey Logano's led 2. Brad Keselowski's led 40. It's All-Star night on it.
That's going to bring so much joy to my life. The playoffs is the most fun for sure because it's super competitive.
What he does every night, well, I'd say this special, he made it easy for all of us. That desire to improve with their player.
Anthony Edwards swipes the sky.
Yeah! I've been dreaming all my life for these moments, man.
NBA playoffs.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger is.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California. A network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Iced tea? Come on, Liquid Death. This is like my grandma's energy drink.
like only past cars on the left.
It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And one sheet holds up better while ordinary brands fall apart. It's done.
Get more done with one. Bounty, the quicker picker. Check it out.
Pizza, Cheesy Pizza. Game changer. With 28 cheese filled bites around the crust. Every single bite is a highlight. The Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Cup Series All-Star Race on FS1. Since 1925, the Goodyear blimp inspiring fans to keep looking up and keep driving forward. That's what Kyle Larson is doing. He is up to 15th place. He was 3 wide on the bottom a couple of laps ago to make a double pass.
Yeah, and you see him up above that hash mark in 3 and 4 right there. That's where he was making a lot of his time. And unfortunately, Austin Dillon has moved up into his lane, so he was clipping a couple of them off for a couple laps there, and then everybody started to move up and venture into this same lane.
Doing Larson things, isn't he? Up 8 positions. Here we come.
Meanwhile, Carson Hocevar was trying to run right with Larson. Here's a look at it.
Yeah, you're going to see him get behind the 19 car and just kind of lose track of where he is. Those marbles and didn't hit it too hard, but just lost it.
Back to 19.
It's up like that, and you know it's moving up the racetrack. You want to be right next to the gray. Right now, the gray has the so the only way to move it up is just an inch or two at a time with multiple cars. So, 99 flat.
Suarez in the wall. Caution.
And that was the nick of the time. If you're Brad Keselowski, you were starting to get into lap traffic, and that was going to give you a challenge.
Yeah, right.
Perfect timing.
Right from the flat.
I think that was Brad you heard on that radio saying we definitely need right sides.
Well, we've run 57 laps, so a mixed bag of things that happen right here on pit road.
Watch the 99. Derek Lynn. Oh, no.
Yeah, just right front tire went down in the middle of the corner, so
it kind of came off the floor a little bit weird going down the front straightaway, as if he felt something that he didn't like. Got the corner. Let go, didn't he? This is awkward. See for other.
You're back.
You know, run see anybody staying out here. But what you could do here is you could get you 4, and that may open an option up when we get that call around that 100. Because remember, we're probably not going to go back racing until about 30 to 35 to go until they throw that next caution. So doing it here, getting
we saw in the heat race when you got more tires on those left side tires, then the 4 tires really made a difference.
Well, everybody wants something.
Mike Delgado not very good as we saw there. But he mentioned that at the end of the run, he felt like the right front started to go. For Joey in the 9 car, Chase Elliott felt like he could move around a lot, but he couldn't get to the front. Jamie.
William Byron in the 24, his teammate, little free to start, tight building as they ran. Meanwhile, the 6 of Brad Keselowski, they called the code word, and he also said just 6 gallons of fuel. There he is in the 6, but fast off from them.
And away he goes with, I believe, just right side tires.
Yeah, William Byron did the same thing and got a little bit lucky with the traffic at the 19 right there. Almost couldn't get out of his pit box, but they made it work.
Why the traffic jam? Well, it's short track racing.
Win one championship, you're celebrated.
Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Right now with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 models. Hurry in. Offer ends June 2nd.
You can really take. You don't always talk good business to play with Valley. Well, you know, people think I'm funny too. Nah, it's your Valley.
Arby's, we have the meat.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Melatonin.
It's champagne. It doesn't come from Champagne, France, but from the origin of this Holstein dairy cow. Rich, smooth, and best paired with victory.
These are USDA choice ribeye. Woo! That must have cost an arm and a leg. How can you even afford to barbecue these days? Am I right?
It didn't cost that much at all.
Dave, they're jumping up the price line. The lowest prices of any national grocery store. It's not.
1 second, they're a neighbor you like. The next, they're a neighbor you trust. 1 second, you're worrying about your home. And then, thanks to ADT, there's nothing else to worry about. Feel secure enough to let others in with Trusted Neighbor from ADT.
Next weekend, the greatest spectacle in racing, the 109th Indianapolis 500, comes to Fox. With Newgarden going for what is a repeat. Nobody's ever won.
Next.
TJ Majors his father. From the trying to get to in Brady. That's it. And gets it. William Byron to the front.
Right rear flip. Brad let the 8 car of Kyle Busch get there, and he had to get.
This is the first time Brad's been in traffic all weekend long. That car has been up front, clean track position. I think it'll be tight, Kevin. That thing won't turn as good as it did up front.
Christopher Bell got squeezed between Chase Elliott and Keselowski. Close call here.
We saw this in the heat race. See that 9 bounce around. But we saw this in the heat race. Brad's on 2 tires. But once you lose that track position, it makes it extremely hard. And I don't feel like Brad had the fastest car. So losing that track position is going to.
The lead. Byron took 2 tires. Logano took 4. How much of a difference will that make?
And you know when Kyle Busch is behind you on a restart, man, Byron almost got the fence right there through 1 and 2. You know when Kyle Busch is behind you, he's going to do something. That guy has tons of experience, got to his outside and pounced on the opportunity. But that opportunity ended up being Byron's.
Kyle Busch kind of caught me off guard.
Christopher Bell guns it for 3rd on the bottom. Kyle Busch up in the preferred groove, but cannot hold off Bell. Looking back for
2 or 3 bad news.
Let's have a look at our Chevrolet team. William Byron leading. Chastain, Alex Bowman.
Tires hold on.
To move up on Alex Bowman. This is for 12th place. It's Josh Berry. Now Berry on the outside.
A bunch of laps on the top. We got a bad lead right here.
You can see right behind the horse in second place car, Christopher Bell in third right there.
Car really getting in the corner deep in both ends, Kevin.
With that split, with the way that you can use the brake pedals and be hard, is you're going to see Joey Logano clear that 24 car, I believe.
He flips back to 8th as Austin Cindric gets by.
Got it.
That's bad news for the rest of the field, I believe.
Last year, Joey Logano led off with 1 lap. The race was only 200 laps long.
Yeah, this 20 car is pretty sporty.
William Byron reporting he is loose after just the 2-tire change.
Yeah, and I think that's been a little bit of a mixed bag as well on who's been loose, who's been tight, and almost a shift through the run. Larry was telling us during the break that a lot of guys exit loose to the corner and wound up tight in the middle of the corner. So definitely all over the place. It's getting cooler.
Yes.
That racetrack is going to continue to.
Chastain to his inside. Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman closing in.
Well, that's certainly the problem with putting 2 tires on. You no longer have that upper hand. You
cars have 4 tires.
83 complete. 16 laps. a run at the lead. He is now
as we go through the second half of this.
Well, they are double wide there, and for the next behind them, a lot of great.
This is as wide of a groove as we've seen on a short track in quite some time.
But this racetrack is only going to get better as it ages, and I think it's going to continue to widen out as we run this race if we get green flag laps. So there's still some room to be able to when these cars start to get tighter.
And Kyle Busch is able to fight off Austin Cindric, at least for the moment, for sixth place. th place. There's still 19-20, still about a 3/10 difference from the front of the field to the back. That's why you see all this side-by-side racing. As two of those Camaros go at it. Byron and Elliott for third.
This is about as much brake blowing on a Gen 7 car as I've ever seen, Kevin. But
turn one, kind of a flatter corner, and as you wait for that. To get loose, so they have to crunch them by splitting those brake pads, which makes the brake blow to the right front.
Larry Mack, we're about 8 laps away from the All-Star caution.
Yeah, Mike, and all those drivers that changed 4 tires, they'll have about 35. But change it just 2 tires, knowing how much more of this race we still have to run. I think this caution would be a good time to reset for everybody and get those 4 fresh tires. I don't want to do 4 tires late in the race and give up track.
just like we've seen all year long so far, this 12 car.
Joey Logano right where he was last year with a clear view. This Penske Mustang.
Hear how early you have to lift, almost just right past the start finish line. Run up that hill, Joe. So you have to dodge that bump right there when you're running the top, when you're running the bottom, and let that car come up the racetrack a little bit earlier than what you want to off of turn 4.
5 laps. Larson's tried the bottom. He's tried the top. Unable to get by Austin Dillon now. Battling Reddick, Briscoe, Gregson. And not without contact.
Three car made contact down the front straightaway. Larson tries to shoot into the bottom lane.
Well, they might ended up in his lap. It's unique with the Gen 7 car too.
It's ideal for what everybody wants short track racing to be with this car is to not have to shift. You get in between some of those gears and mark. When you run fast, you touch the chip at the end of the front straight.
Here's been one of the biggest battles of the track, and it's raged on ever since we last showed it to you. Kyle Busch on the outside, Austin Cindric on the starter. Just the caution flag in the end. As we cross 100. And it's looking at So we'll see when they could, if indeed this becomes the All-Star lap. And there it is. Bush was able to hold off Cindric. Bowman was able to hold off Dillon. And a lot of good battles all the way through the back. His way to the front for the third time. He led 2 laps earlier. He's now been in front for, I think, the last 22 laps. Ever since the restart after the caution for Daniel Suarez.
Way through traffic. I keep telling Clint, I'm a little more aggressive, but that hadn't really leaned on anybody yet.
Now that last shot we had, that's one of the best jobs in racing, operating the scoreboard that still exists in a few short tracks around the country, particularly the one here in Turn 3 at North Wilkesboro. Now you got
as much as I appreciate it, I don't know. It seems pretty busy.
I always like being in it, I'm sure. Takers, bring it.
Ball could be bad. Joey Logano told the team, the car is fine. I have no complaints. It's really good. Just leave it alone. And the 20 car, Christopher Bell, way more rear grip with the adjustments that they made that time for him. Still needs more turn into the corner, though. Jamie?
William Byron in the 24 after that last stop, he took right. He led 12 laps, slipped back to 5th. Said he's a little loose on just right side tires. The call here 4 for the 24.
Christopher Bell is in front of the 22 car, Joey Logano. So great pit stop by that 20 team.
And Bell wins the race off pit road. And as Larry pointed out, looks like just about everybody got 4 tires. 147 laps to go on the short track.
Tender, juicy, and perfectly seasoned. It's chicken made with crispy strips. Now,
Lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
Chili's wanted to reintroduce the Presidente Margaritas to a NASCAR audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Presidente, Presidente, that's all it's Presidente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente Margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente Margaritas? Yup, sure is. Presidente.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that.
What's wrong with going in circles?
Different circles, Ross.
Hey, Meta, what is this artwork?
Comedian by Mauricio Catalan worth $6.2 million. What?
Whoa. That's a $6.2 million.
Gentlemen,
What a place you have.
who eats art?
I think you're supposed to say, hey, Meta. Like, hey, Meta, who eats art? And then Meta would say, Chris Pratt.
Hey, Meta, call my lawyer.
It's Pod's biggest sale in history. Save up to 30% on moving and storage until May 19th. And see why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 30% at pods.com today.
Here they are, McCrispy dipping, or rather, double dipping. But why stop there? Keep going. New strips now at the
Welcome back here to
to North Wilkesboro. Josh Sims and Jamie McMurray were on the lift. That's going to take one fortunate driver up to victory lane. I got the $1 million check here. I'll have to hand that over, I think. But either way, what's your takeaway from the first 100 laps we've seen so far?
Yeah, well, tires have been more important than what we expected. I was shocked to see how much better 4 tires was versus 2. But I would tell you, Josh, be cautious of that at the end of this, because it seems like when you get to the end of the races, they can make their car a little wider.
Gotta get this $1 million check back. Go to the guys in the booth. Take it away, Mike.
Thanks, Josh. Here's our menu. With Bell and Logano on the front row.
Bell took the bottom of this racetrack.
First time I've seen that.
It's going to work out for him, though, so he felt like the characteristic of his car was going to.
6/10 rolling time. That's on that driver. That's a lot, Kevin.
That is a lot.
As they fight back at 14th.
You see 3 wide right there.
Oh, a lot of contact with Barry.
Yeah, that Cindric. One was right next to the 2, and they just ran out of room with the 2 and the 21 making contact. It's like that. And you're 3 wide. When those cars come up the corner, they all hit that bump. The middle and bottom hit that bump, and they just instantly scoot up the racetrack. And they there, so no more room.
Blaney for third on Elliott. There's that contact. Run out of room. And we're back under caution for a spinning Ross Chastain.
Left front damage. I think the tires are up.
Third caution flag and the second for a cause. And trouble there for Austin Cindric, rolling down pit road with a lot of smoke from the right side. And going to his pit stall.
Yeah, you see these cars, one up top, one in the middle. Ross didn't, well, they just ran out of room. 48 coming up the racetrack, didn't know Ross was going to make it 3 wide right there. Almost the identical situation that they had up front, or on the front stretch.
Definitely got a lot of help out of the 2 cars, Cindric.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance.
Another caution.
The attention.
That's
the celebrity.
2.
The bragging rights.
3 cautions at lap
What I
115.
really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
This is the best Chipotle order. I would like a bowl.
Triple wrap.
Mild, medium, hot.
Then dip it in here.
Sour cream inside the vinaigrette. 2 tortillas. If you know, you know. Lettuce, cheese.
Yes.
Oh, that is good.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past and homebound.
Damn commercials. Every time there's a damn caution.
You have everything that I've been looking for.
But what?
Fox Thursday. Be safe. I'll give this a shot.
Don't miss the Farmer Wants a Wife 2-hour season finale.
I just froze up, went completely blank.
Farmer Wants a Wife 2-hour season finale Thursday on Fox.
Personal injury is important to me because I know what it's like to be injured. I've had family members injured, and I know the obstacles you deal with in an injury. The basic day-to-day stuff is difficult. And when you have a large corporation or insurance company fighting against you, it gets even worse.
Yeah.
We know the games they play. They'll blame anything. We know what they do, and we're ready. Here at Nicolay Law, we are in your community.
Let's go back.
Check out our incredible selection of hot buys starting at just $2.99 and make this the season of
Garbage. Keselowski is in 7th. Bowman is in 8th. Bailey, Josh Bailey is in 9th. Lawson is in 10th. Bushko is in 19th. Noah Gregson, who got that advance from the Open, is in 13th.
I think it's natural that it goes to Homestead and Phoenix. My list would be Charlotte, Las Vegas. To add to that list of
Talladega is in 14th. Carson Hudakuva in 15th. Chris Pusher is in 16th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 17th. Ellison Button is in 18th. Denny Hamlin 19th. And 20th is John H. Nimekik. Ross Chastain is in 113.
Changed our mind, haven't we, Ken?
Yes, we have.
I don't think it's Alex Bowman. Keep watching Cedric right here on the exit. Didn't really get crowded at all. He just never lifted. Got right into that left rear of Ross Chastain and turned him around. Very aggressive. We saw it. He go back to the exit and turn right here.
Daniel Suarez in the 23rd.
Barry's up against the wall, out of room.
Yeah, and that one we even on the 2-car as well.
I'll come back to Joey Logano here in a minute.
That's right. In order to make these passes quicker, you're going to have to use the front bumper or the side of that car a little more aggressively. And
Let's go to the big booth.
On the side of aggressive for sure.
Tonight, as we said, last race for the year on NASCAR on Fox, and a big career comes to a close. After 24 years with us, tonight is audio engineer Doug Wilson's final race. Doug's from Indy, raised in a broadcast engineering family, and including 20 with the Indiana Pacers, 20 Indy 500s. A multiple Emmy Award winner. We wish Doug well in his retirement. 12 times. How about that? All right, how about this restart? Joey Logano is get to be on the outside. He's been on the inside most all night to battle Christopher Bell.
But we saw Bell do this on the last restart, so he's still pretty confident that his car will turn in the middle of the racetrack or on the bottom in turns 1 and 2. So doesn't seem like the launch is quite as good in the bottom lane, but still.
Back on the race, and boys. And let's see who gets to headed to 3. Here comes Logano.
Sends it in, and they're even again in the middle of turn 4.
If you don't come off with turn 2 in the lead, you're in trouble. Oh, he's going to lean on him.
Not going to matter.
Yeah, Bell's car is good, but when you get that car to launch on the outside, Bell stuck on the bottom of the racetrack. Lost that lead on the restart.
Chase Elliott.
He has just slowly crept his way forward.
Yeah.
Now, you see him on the outside of Chase Elliott, trying to keep that third position.
Trying to keep that third position.
And as good as he's been, he's had a tough go at it.
$1 million. Lap 125.
Finally getting
$1 126.
Not getting the finishes, so we know this night can change the direction of a season.
He's going to have to get it done down in 1 and 2 because at the high end of the racetrack, Elliott's done a great job of wrapping the bottom in 3 and 4.
Monday. Great job in managing that corner. Ryan Blaney's going to have a great run and clearing down the back straightaway.
Suddenly, the front 6 or 7 are single file, but only for a moment. His teammate.
Right there in 6th place.
Kyle Busch is in 6th.
Now Larson is creeping his way up into the top 10.
Maximize the speed out of that number 5 car.
I love this. Reminds me of a good old dirt track. Get slide in there.
See the fire out of the pipes right there. We're right at the lift with Kyle up on the outside.
Brad's car doesn't quite roll the center as good as some of the other competitors, and certainly not as good back here in traffic.
And that's what we saw in the heat races yesterday.
Yeah, well,
Because they couldn't finish the pass. That was what we were afraid of, that he was going to get traffic, that tightness would show up.
Brad Keselowski there, they're going to battle 75th anniversary of the Wood Brothers. That's what was celebrated here in pre-race ceremonies, including faded, just like Josh Berry's is tonight. Different sponsor though. Jamie?
We're going to be good, and they have been. Larson telling the team, I feel pretty good here, just not enough lateral grip for him, but they've been adjusting on it with air pressure as we go forward.
One. Scheduled caution from here on out. However, there is the promoter's option caution, which may be waived at any time before lap 220. I have a feeling fireworks will be involved. "114 laps to go. Joey Logano leading Christopher Bell by about half a second on Stock Car Racing's Pulse.
Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals.
We are green. 33 drivers are going to sprint into the eye of a tornado. Let's go.
Biggest race of the year. It's the most historic.
Get up on the inside. That's the press. The Indianapolis.
Finally, they have arrived. A whole new lineup of delicious Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Because for as long as, probably forever, there's only parts pieces.
Let's listen to
That would be. Frosty.
How much is it do?
This one's been good.
Very good. Christopher Bell won his heat race. That sexy outside lane.
Every time the siren sounds or lights flash, someone's life is on the line. At Wheeling Engineering, we know first responders carry that weight every day. That's why for over 70 years, we've led the emergency warning industry, designing and manufacturing the
I'll be right back.
safety systems they trust right here in America. Because when the mission is critical, there's no room for second best. Wheeling Engineering, trusted to protect first responders.
Well, kind of looking at the 12 car, Ryan Blaney, thinking about what he ran very tight on
We have just completed our 32nd consecutive green flag lap in this portion of the All-Star race. 100 laps to go. Joey Logano's lead about 8 car lengths over Christopher Bell. You've got Ryan Blaney running in third, 2.4 seconds out of the lead. Chase Elliott, 4.6, and now Alex Bowman, 6 seconds behind race leader Joey Logano.
The Xfinity fastest lap of the race so far belongs to Joey Logano with a speed of 121.078 miles per hour. The Xfinity fastest lap is presented by Xfinity, and during all points-paying races this season, the driver with the Xfinity fastest lap of the race will win a championship point. Sign up today for a super fast connection to NASCAR. Never miss a second of the action. Learn more at Xfinity.com.
Brett Keselowski has led the most laps in the All-Star race tonight, 62 to his credit. That's about to change, though, because as Joey crosses the start-finish line right now, he has just led his 59th. And as Rusty Wallace said, Dave, Joey is in his own area code.
Yeah.
He likes that right for sure. He's put
pretty good gap between himself and Christopher Bell. I thought 5 laps ago that Ryan Blaney might be running them down, but that gap has increased again now. Joey Logano all by himself. He's got some lap traffic coming up in the next 5 to 7 laps.
Well, Dave, I've been looking at the rest of the field out there. It seems like most of these cars are running high up in this racetrack. And look at Joey Logano off that turn 4 right now, along with Christopher Bell. They're running their own groove around this racetrack, basically different than anybody out there.
They definitely are. Joey's running a different line at the turn 1 and 2 as they do here in the P4.
Keep it on the track.
Wraps the bottom from entry to exit down in turn 1 and 2. He's had a diamond in the corner, drifting up toward the wall, midway, and then straightening things up for a good rocket shot off turn number 2.
Will Joey Logano, that is, have some decisions to make in the near future as he's now caught the tail end of the field. John Hunter Nemechek is in jeopardy of going a lap down. You know, Mike, the winningest team in NASCAR All-Star race history, 41 races now, is Hendrick Motorsports. They've got 11 different wins that they've had that's come from 5 drivers, from Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, Terry Labonte, and Chase Elliott, and with still 93 laps to go, Hendrick Motorsports has all 4 of their cars in the top 8.
I'm focused on one right now, and that's one Kyle Larson. He's gotten around William Byron, and he's tracking down Kyle Busch, Postman. That 5 car is rolling right now.
And you guys, I think, said remarkable, and I think that's the case here. It's been really slow sneaking up on him. He's fought a little
Yeah,
bit
well,
of
not too.
got it a little bit better and a little bit better. And now over this long run, running the top of the speedway, that car is really good. He's advancing, nearing in at the top 5. Car is really, really good. And we'll see what happens with it here. But what I've noticed is everybody else is up there trying to run his line as well, because he's got a lot of momentum around the top side of the speedway. And the balance right now on that Hendrick Motors Chevrolet of Kyle Larson is really good.
That trip to pit road is presented by the Powerball. The NASCAR Powerball playoff is back. Start your entries for the chance to win $1 million at NASCAR Championship Weekend. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR.
I know that Kyle Larson is a very talented race car driver, and he's proving it tonight. But when you talk to the drivers and the teams in the garage, we want more practice. We want more practice. Love to have more practice. 25 minutes isn't enough. Kyle Larson hadn't sat in this race car until he got here today. The first time he sat in the race car is when he went to buckle up and drive this race. He's making the excuse as to why there should not be any more practice. If anything, it should be less practice. This kid is putting on a clinic right now, and he has turned up the vice mightily on Kyle Busch, Dave on the backstretch.
His first lap was his first lap tonight, and he's closing in on Kyle Busch, but his Rusty Wall is rolling it really high. Nearly got the wall that time in turn 4, has to gather it up. He lost a bunch of ground, and now William Byron goes to his inside.
Byron's going to try to take a peek and capitalize on Kyle Larson, but can't do it. Larson too strong off the top of turn number 2 and gets a good run down the backstretch. And while it is a remarkable feat watching Larson for the first time this weekend wheel the race car, he is nearly a half a track behind race leader Joey Logano. And as much kudos as we give Larson, Rusty, you got to give Joey Logano tons of credit. He seems to rise to the occasion in the NASCAR All-Star race. When it's time to pay out $1 million, he seems to put on the A game.
Well, him and Preaching Paul Wolf working together, they seem like they're really getting figured out quickly. There is just no doubt about that. And obviously they made the right calls tonight on the car. And we got a long way to go yet, but these guys
still a long way to go.
Short track racing, they're good at it. They're making the right calls, and I did like it when they put 4 tires on early and just blew everybody's doors off and made everybody go, hey, that's the right call. There was a lot of leftover thoughts after that All-Star Open race was over, whether 2 tires or 4 tires was the way to go.
Those 2 tires.
Something during NASCAR Live Race Day, we were talking about some teams that have turned the corner and the performance has gotten better. Team Penske, they got off to a slow start, a very sluggish start. But I think they turned the corner, but we're seeing them make it happen on 1.5-mile racetracks. We're also seeing them make it happen on short tracks like this one tonight.
Yeah, you're right about that, but I can tend to disagree slightly. They didn't get the finishes, I think, that they showed the speed. Through the first 5 races of the year, Joey Logano led the most laps of anybody. So Logano just not getting the finishes. Blaney had some DNFs, put a string of them together, which is highly unusual. Austin Cindric was the first Team Penske driver to break through and get the win. He did that at the Talladega Super Speedway. Logano bounces back the next week, wins at Texas Motor Speedway, and that Team Penske affiliated car of the Wood brothers and driver Josh Berry is Motor Speedway. So this they're just now starting to put races together.
They really are. One other driver I want to talk about is Austin Cindric. I mean, he's been really strong too. I mean, earlier in the year, I mean, he made some big numbers down, and for a while.
And commercial. Caution.
We're on the same page there. When will it happen? If it happens. I tend to think it might.
Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
He crashed hard and turned. He then with a bump and a dump, not much left on the right.
In the corner, you see how far the third lane into the fence hard. We're getting closer. Well, we got the speed part yet. He had the weekend from speed. Here we go. On the big road. Again.
We're probably looking at a little bit too loose to start the run up. Race with what they just ran, a little bit less than what they just ran in the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Needs a little bit of turn for the restarts, but he does not want to miss the clear the car because the rear of the car is driving.
He says he took off at that time was a little tight in the center to cut both ends of the racetrack, so air pressure adjustment, 4 tires for the Ally 48 team.
2 tires for Kyle Larson. He's going to beat everybody on pit road.
It's getting interesting.
Kyle Larson, everybody takes on 4 tires. He's got 2.
That's Xfinity Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
Let me turn this up.
That is for sure. William Byron is in. He's fighting to lose conditions. Also fighting to lose conditions.
Well, that's our commercial. I got radio on for the NASCAR.
It was a 2-tire stop for Kyle Larson. That puts him out there for Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney from North Wilkesboro Speedway. This is the Motor Racing Network. Your favorite podcast platform. We are the voice of Racing Network. Truck Series racing live on your hometown radio station in Amarillo, Georgia. And the Chicago.
that safe. Next came the best ways to secure your phone. The most important, protecting American jobs. WeatherTech, made right in America.
The new McCrispy strip approved by McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and cream McCrispy. Now, out of a portion.
God's in the bankroll, stole some silly on, yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm very hard.
One week away, the Indianapolis 500 coverage on Fox, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Two legends have won the Indianapolis 500 and the Daytona 500. Mario Andretti and A.J. Foyt.
Pretty good names right there, Mike.
5 other drivers have finished top 5 in both those great races. Al Unser, Paul Goldsmith, Dan Gurney, Johnny Allison, and Tony Stewart have top 5s in both of America's biggest races. Well, Kyle Larson with 2 tires is going to be in command on this restart. There is a graph of his night. Joey Logano will be alongside on the inside of the restart. Dylan Elliott, Blaney and Bowman, Briscoe, Bush, Bryan, and Dillon are the top 10. That scoreboard is going to be changing awful fast as they put lap 182 up on the board this time around.
Way back on the right on the edge.
Yeah.
Restart is approved.
Yeah.
You wonder we know get up front, they handle a little bit different. Hey,
And Logano gets the lead.
Green flag goes in the
Can't
air.
do it.
Larson like leaders are on the backstretch. Joey Logano down low. Joey right behind the inside lane, which is Joey Logano. He's waiting to see which lane will advance. For the moment, neither one is. Logano, as he had so many times tonight, just keeps picking away at the bottom of the racetrack.
That's still in play. But to your point, I mean, what were we running? 7th right there? Eventually, you got to give him a little bit and get you some track position. Yes, he was methodically, slowly getting back up through there, but I think you were going to run out of time and opportunities with the caution you speak of. You had to gamble sooner or later. You put Daniels up after the time.
At 15, this is the most lead changes ever in a NASCAR All-Star race. Wow. More than the last 2 All-Star races here combined.
But I do agree, when the caution comes out, now you're going to be at a deficit. The only way that this is going to work out is to have that track position, be in the lead and hold them guys off. But unfortunately, couldn't do that.
We still have the chance of the promoter's caution. And I don't think it's an if, I think it's a when.
I think you're right.
Sometime before lap 220. So let's get a break out of the way, and hopefully we'll be right here when it happens. Joey Logano leads. Christopher Bell trying to close the gap.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage?
Let's
check.
go
Corners so
to.
big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet.
Let's go.
Every apex we nail, every
Joey
second we
Logano.
shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into the ride. Look like fun? It is. You win?
The code is 9914 for the nursery. Sorry, what? I got a pretty nice bathroom in there, just in case you need it.
9912.
We love our legendary subs, so you'll love our legendary new Doritos football nachos. Doritos and Subway, two legends come together to
Legends? Legends. Am I right?
Yes, thank you. Doritos football nachos. It's $5 only at Subway. You're seeing Skechers' famous glide step footwear everywhere. And now their famous design is available in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Get the comfort and style of glide step now with the convenience of slip-ins, with no bending down or touching your shoes. Try glide step Skechers slip-ins.
There's absolutely nothing like
Commercial. Well, they had a commercial break, everybody. Coming back on camera. All right, everybody.
NASCAR Chicago Street Race, July 5th and 6th.
It's Saturday night. You could be watching baseball, but guess what, buddy? You're stuck here, wondering if Liam's understanding of crypto is as deep as his V-neck, or listening to Susan talk about her dog's moving. Big star, edge of your seat action, and zero conversations about manifesting success. If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America. Saturday is.
Hey. Yeah.
50 laps to go.
50 laps to go.
Close in for second. Kyle Larson keeps running the high line to hold on to third. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney are after him. And Michael Waltrip, the 1996 winner of the Winston for the Wood Brothers, has ascended the flag stand. Something's up. Larry, how many sets of new tires do we have left?
Mike, everybody should have one full set of stickers. I'm down here going through all the what-if scenarios right now. 68 laps to go. If that caution comes out somewhere around that 212, that'll be 30 laps on the tires. If I'm calling the shots, I'm doing right sides only, but I cannot sit here and rule out guys in the middle of the pack. They may roll the dice and just stay out. Nobody. It's going to be a really short run to the end.
250 laps is the distance. 47 to go.
And you see Kyle Larson still up there in that top lane. He's been able to hold on to that third position. Nobody's been able to finish a pass and actually hold his own now, Clip.
Running right up against the wall, too.
We don't have a line to. The field's pretty much single file. I don't think anybody's going to sleep. But on the other hand, maybe this race could use a wake-up call.
Ah, Mikey, the hell are you doing on the damn flag stand?
The All-Star Race was created as the Winston. And boy, then when they ran one hot night in 1992, it was really big. That's the jacket that Michael was given when he won it for the Wood Brothers in 1996.
Mikey!
He's tried everything to get past these two. Top of the racetrack, bottom of the racetrack, Kevin. nothing has worked for them.
Yeah, and the higher that group goes, the harder it is to finish the pass because those top lane cars just get more and more momentum the further they go up the racetrack. But Blaney, you see him down there on the bottom. That was working for him as we went through the first half of this race, but he's had a nice as he's found his way into the top 5.
Yeah.
The racetrack now. He's kind of just doing the opposite of whatever Chase Elliott does.
Well, Michael Walker, you have only 12 laps left to throw that on the start caution. Lap 220, and it's out of play for the final 30 laps. Even to think it's not a win, it's an if. These ones got participation. I was thinking maybe 5 laps. Well, that will certainly make it a short run to the checkered flag. We got a half a second of running Bill Larson, 1.2 seconds back. Forward, leading Taylor and Chevrolet. $1 million to the winner. He's wanting that flag, guys.
You think he's going to go over there and steal it?
He's looking for it. I think he better that thing in, fellas. Blaney had a shot at 10 and Chase Elliott nothing there. Blaney goes back to the top. Continuing to battle.
When you see that injury, it's really opened up in the turn one. See Ben against the fence.
$38 laps to go. Blaney finally got the inside again on Elliott. Nothing there.
No, you see the massive difference in speed right there.
Yeah.
At the end of the straight from the 2 different lanes.
Now let's go on to the bottom. Trying to close in.
Motors caution.
Got it down to half a second. There is third and fourth.
30 to go.
Larson backing up. Elliott's going to pass him on the back straightaway. And so is Blaney.
Larson hit the wall on the entry to turn 1. He got up too high and it slapped the back.
Well, you better do it. And he does. Caution waves. There's the All-Star Promoters caution. You saw the right wheel totally broke. Oh, look at this, Kevin. Pyrotechnics all over.
Michael has dropped the flag. Michael has dropped the flag.
He really dropped the flag?
No, he really dropped the flag on the front straightaway. It is on the front straightaway.
You have one job.
Michael!
Trying to get him to tape it to his hand.
I told you guys in the preparation meeting to this, you better tape it to his hand. And this is why every professional flagman brings back up yellow flag. Yeah, but what about that one, Mike? It's gone. It's on the racetrack. Look, we were Gateway last year. Michael dropped his phone on the racetrack and lost it. Now he drops the yellow flag on the track. Come on, Mikey, you have one job.
Come on, Mikey!
Denny's trunk. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, only Michael Waltrip.
Yeah.
Oh, just leave it up to Mikey.
All right, we're under caution. Hopefully, tonight, but don't bet on it. Caution at lap 216. Waltrip drops flag.
That's the first time you've ever written anything like that. Now, I have seen the green flag drop.
Yes.
I have seen that happen as well.
Yeah, different honorary starters. Somebody, missed times it. But this was getting interesting. Christopher Bell was actually catching him as a leader. Logano. So that 5 car was on fire too on these 2 tires. He got a little bit too high in 1 and 2. I was watching Bell and Larson starting to creep in on the leader, Logano. All right, Larry, you say 2 tires as you go, right?
No question, but I'm telling you, watch the middle of the track. We're going to go back racing probably with about, 20 to 25 people. We didn't come here to do anything but win. There's nothing for you.
And that's the problem with pitting. the field decides to stay out, and everybody comes in.
Sidrick gets the 3 points. He is the only car 1 lap down with Keselowski in Florida in the garage. Whoa! The Penske car's name.
Only 2. Well, no, got some. Looks like it was more in Chastain, but this is going to be freaking.
Mike, it was a very late call for that 22 car to stay out. They were decisive halfway down the back straightaway. That's for the 20 car, Christopher Bell. The call was Batman. They made the decision very early. Needs a little bit more turn still with the 20 car. Jamie, and trouble there.
Trouble on pit road there, back in Kyle Larson's pit box. Ben Toling, they're coming up with a plan right now to fix it as quickly as possible. You see the right side of the car is raised up, came in and pitted from fifth. Kyle Larson came on the radio and said, sorry, guys.
Well, the collision on pit road involved Noah Gregson, and John Hunter Nemechek had to stop and had to wait for Gregson to back up before he could get in his pit.
Listen, we are too grown to let diabetes boss us around. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor sends your numbers straight to your phone. With the proper steps, you can do diabetes your way, and over time, you can bring down your A1C. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor helps you live life with diabetes on your terms. This is progress.
Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Barbecue Hickory Smoke Barbecue and our sweet and spicy AC barbecue sauces go together like best friends. Oh, couldn't agree more. Kind of like how I'm happy.
Arby's, we have the meat.
The full-blown track race. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. You in?
What are you drinking? 18500? We drink the milk.
There is life outside of me. Maybe that helps me get Jackson. 100 Days to Indy, streaming May 22nd on Fox Nation.
Heck of a way to kick off NASCAR on Prime. The Coke 600 is going to be a good Memorial Day weekend. It's red, white, and blue.
Into the green with 28 laps to go. Fender all year. Against a teammate. They did not.
Look at this log jam.
Three wide. Three wide, Metal Beard, one inside.
Most of the field's going to go. And Bell with new tires in third. That's a good launch off of 2. Obviously, he was being hit from every side of the car.
You got to get to the corner. And then brings Keith State and Alex Bowman into the picture. There you go. Yeah, you can't guard on the bottom for long because Chastain's going to be on the outside. You guard first. Outside. This is exactly what we're talking about. He's big slide. Okay. Figure the top of this racetrack out or get up there and face the pitch. He's got them doing exactly what he needed to do. Heat these tires so see Bell really abusing the tires.
Well,
certainly doesn't.
now Chastain.
Two Chevys.
Yeah. Well, folks, it is 8:52. 9 o'clock. I'll take a screenshot of a picture of the race winner and post it on the community page of the fans of the Green Bay Packers. Okay. But if you click this link right here, that's on the top of your screen, pinned to the Catholic chat. Click that, it'll take you to comment channel on the board field. Great person. Peace.